She's in love with herself. She likes the dark.
Okay, so to make the rat that I showed you, that's in the other video, to actually do the form your hair over to make the large beehive bouffant for the Bride of Frankenstein hair. And it works for medium length to long hair. Short hair, I'm probably just going to have to get a wig for that. But I have pretty long hair, so I'm good to go on that. So what you need, you saw that, what you need, but I kind of have, it looks like creepy, but it's a pair of pantyhose, like it's so full tight, so make sure you get those and not just the knee highs. However, you do need to get a pair of knee highs. You can buy them in those like weird like little ball things kind of at Walmart. They're like 33 cents. So get like a pair of knee highs and a pair of full tights, just the cheapo ones. You don't need anything expensive. They were like, this was like $2, this was like 33 cents. The tulle, which if you don't know what tulle is, it's a meshy fabric. I don't know if you can kind of see it. It's like fishnet, but it's really rough and coarse. I got the cheapest kind I could get with the larger holes in it. You can get really fine holes, but you don't really need the fine holes of those. You need to be able to get your hairpins through these. So I got actually like 6 yards because I didn't know what I needed, but I think you'd be okay with 4. So what I did is I actually just crinkled up and started shoving. Oh, I tied that. I started shoving it in to the legs of it. Not packed super tight. There's a lot of like room in there because we're going to actually coil it up into kind of a cylindrical shape. So that is what I'm going to do now, and then I will be right back. So I wrapped it into a cylindrical shape and I'm holding it because I'm actually going to take the knee-high sock and stretch it over this to hold that shape together. You could sew it, but that's just too much work. So I'm going to do that then. Okay, so I went ahead and shoved it inside of the knee-high sock. So we have the one open end from the knee-high, and then this end I kind of left a little bit of, there's a little bit of slack, but you're going to need this because this is the part that I'm going to stick on my head, and then I'm actually going to shove the rest of my hair like in this hole once I get it on top of my head, and I'll show you that in my video when I actually go ahead and put it on my head. And then what I'm going to do is actually wrap this cylinder, and it's really flexible, so when you're trying to shape it to your head, it'll be fine, and it's really like lightweight. But I actually took another piece of tulle, and because I found it really hard to get pins in this to hold your hair and things, because you're going to need that to hold your white streaks in too. So I actually just wrapped it in another piece of tulle, kind of like this, and then you can sew this down the side if you'd like. Like I said, I'm not going to do that, and really once your hair is covering, it's going to hold it pretty well. So I'm actually going to tuck in the one end, and then I'm going to rubber band this end and shove it inside. So I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, so right now I'm just shoving those loose ends into that the open part of the stocking, and everything will go in there nice and neat, and you don't have to worry if this looks pretty or not, because this actually, your hair is going to come up and over and go in this hole anyways. And then you can actually use like bobby pins to secure it to itself if you need to, but otherwise it's like fine. And this part is actually going to go on your scalp, so you don't have to worry about getting fancy with that. I am, however, going to cut this and sort of shove it back into that side, but it doesn't go very far because, of course, there's no open end in it. So that is how you make your form for your Bride of Frankenstein hair. Cool. All right.